A little over 12 hours before we get started with the first round of Becoming the Future You 72-hour challenge. One of the things I want to share tonight is about, now I know it's extremely hard not to complain when you're dealing with challenging situations. And I'm not going to tell you to ignore what's happening in your reality. But what I am going to do is share a couple of skills with what you need to do to release the energy that comes up when complaining is a consistent thing, especially when you are feeling like your life is in a nightmare or you're somewhere you don't want to be, whether it's a job, a relationship, a state, or a place in life. When we complain, it connects us to the lower life. It connects us to lower level experiences. It keeps us in a below 500 frequency. And if I have talked about your frequency needing to be at love or above, and even what is your frequency, because most people don't know what that means. A lot of people hear about alignment, but they don't really understand what that means and why it's important to achieve alignment and then hold it for as long as you can during your waking hours, and then to watch the attitude you go to sleep in, because every time you breathe, every time your heart beats, there's a wave that goes out into the ether. When I say ether, I mean out into the world. So complaining drops your frequency from 500 down. And a lot of people hear about gratitude, and they kind of understand what the emotion behind gratitude builds or brings. Hey Sparks, how are you doing? But let me tell you vibrationally what gratitude does. First, let me share what a frequency is. Your frequency is consisting of your mental, emotional, and spiritual state. What you mainly keep in your head. What is your main emotional state? And then what you really believe. Not just what you consciously think you believe. What you believe to the core of you. And what do I mean when I say that? Your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is closely interconnected to your body. So this is why we talk about doing certain movements after you do certain breathing and other exercises to start adjusting your energy, to start letting go of the anchors or the weights that bring your frequency. So all of these different vibrations, what's going on in your head, your emotions, and the belly, your belly, that's the pit of you, those are all vibrations, and all of them added up makes up your frequency. So this is what is coming through your aura, that energy field everybody has around them. We all have a bubble, from good people to evil people. And so the combination of what you are holding in your body every single day, whether you're doing it on purpose or you're not doing it on purpose, this is what's happening in you. And here is where your decisions are going to help wake you up. Once you get the knowledge and the tools, the rest is up to you. And so what I'm going to share tonight is a couple of ways that you can stop complaining. You have to stop complaining if you want to wake up from a nightmare. If you want your life to go from nightmarish to a dream state, it does not take long, but it's going to take your cooperation. So when you're in a hard place, one of the number one things that will help you watch what comes out of your mouth is getting control over your breath. Before you're going to get control over a thought or what you say, you have to get control over your breathing. And here's where breathing exercises come into play. And I'm not talking about yoga because I don't do yoga. I stretch and breathe, and it's a whole different thing. I'll bring that up on another day. But understanding that your complaining is keeping you in a nightmare. That's the first thing is you have to stop your words from connecting you to the lower state of being. So, you know how if you get a thought that comes up that says, you make me sick, instead of you saying to somebody, you make me sick, or this is making me sick, you can say the opposite, which is, this is making me strong. You are making me strong. It doesn't have to make sense to the person. The point is, you are the one in control of what words come out of your mouth. Nobody can do this for you. It has to become a decision of yours. Once you decide you're about to wake up from the nightmare, then you get the knowledge. Then you get the knowledge and you start working it right away. One of the number one ways you're going to get help is to pray and ask for supernatural assistance. Now, some people can use willpower up to a certain point, and that will at least get you somewhere. But after your willpower wears out, because your old paradigm is going to try to keep you there, here's where supernatural support is going to be required. And knowing somebody that knows how to, or what I want to say Bishop Lynn used to say, get a prayer through, is going to be one of your other critical points. Is having somebody that has a relationship, or you can see fruit, or you hear of fruit coming from their life, having them pray with you to change what's happening in your life, to change your conversations. Saying the opposite or nothing at all is going to be your power move. Or I bless you, or I send this thing or you light and love. They don't have to understand what you're talking about. But from the moment you change what comes out of your mouth, at that very moment, your vibration starts to change. If you can start blessing people that curse you, or blessing people that the adversary is using against you. And how do you do that? Say, I bless you out of your mouth. I bless you. This is teaching me something. I'm so grateful that you are a part of the lesson that's bringing the blessing to me, right? Take some notes, write these things down, memorize them, so that you can start saying something different. Or don't say anything at all. It's going to be your power move to change the direction of your ship. Saying I forgive you out loud to people when they're being rude or obnoxious or ignorant. Smiling at people that might be mugging you. That's nonverbal communication. It's still doing something to your vibration in your emotional state, in your mental state, and in what you believe. If you believe you deserve a better life, that you don't deserve living a nightmare, then that's going to help you get into alignment. That's going to help you start vibrating at love or above in each part of your centers, your mental center, your emotional center, and your spiritual center. And it's going to cause your frequency to raise. And it does not take long. This is the reason why the challenge is called the 72-hour challenge. I want people to pay attention to every hour of the day and their state, the state they're in, what they believe, how they feel, and how to remove those feelings. Normally it takes its layers, but it doesn't take long, especially when you find out what to do and you start doing it. You're going to first notice you feel different. That's going to be the very first thing. And I mean immediately after the confrontation or the situation. Say you're getting bombarded with thoughts of bad things that's been happening, or what you're seeing on the news, or what's happening in your household or at the job or at the school, right? You have these thoughts coming to you, or these people coming to you saying things, right? That's taking you either to a place of feeling despair, hopeless, sad, angry. When you take a cleansing breath, you are releasing energy, not just breath. You're releasing energy through your body and out of your mouth, right? Whatever you say next is going to raise or lower your frequency. So, having a hopeful statement, I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm hoping for the best. Or let's try to figure this out, even if you don't know what to do. Bringing hope or a positive idea or a positive thought, or simply the words, I bless you, hold a high frequency. I thank you, thank you, thanking people holds a high frequency. Sitting down and writing 10 things you're grateful for. If all hell is breaking loose in your life and you think you don't have something to be grateful for, write down the fact that you can see, the fact that you can eat, you can walk, your hands work, you can think, you have clean clothes, even if you don't have a house. I have somewhere to be. I have something. When me and my son was sleeping in the car, I was grateful for the roof of my car. And it helped me to speed up the process of being somewhere else where it was less challenging for me to rebuild my life from. So I'm telling you from experience, and it doesn't take long, but it takes a decision. And most people keep making choices based on a negative decision or a negative situation, and they have decided to tolerate it. But you have to decide you want to change it. You can't stay in toleration mode and then go from nightmare to dream. You have to decide you want. After you make that decision, take what I'm saying, start putting it into action right away. If you're not engaging with people, but you're having thoughts and feelings right now, tonight, or this morning, wherever you are, make sure that you do a brain dump. What is that? Write down all the thoughts and feelings that you are having before you go to bed. Do not go to bed angry. Do not go to bed worried. If you are feeling worried, you need to write down all of the things that you're worried about. Don't try to figure them out. Just write them down. And say out of your mouth, I'm giving this up. Hopefully you know the living God. If you don't, I suggest that you pray and ask him to come into your life. Ask him for the help that you need, the grace that you need to make the small changes so you can see results to what you are in control of. You are in control of you. What comes out of your mouth, what you think on, you honestly can control that. You can fight your thoughts and refuse to let a negative or a defeated thought sit in your mind, even if that's your regular thing. You can start overdosing yourself on positive things to watch or to hear. Writing things out and then taking cleansing breaths after you do that releases energy that's like a weight. And then doing the gratitude list or just saying what you're grateful for, because that raises your frequency too. Just saying what you're grateful for. If you think you don't have anything to be grateful for, think about your body. Think about the people that matter to you. Excuse me. Think about the opportunities you have. Most people have a lot to be grateful for. if you have been a complainer, the other thing you can do is cancel the complaining words that you have spoken. And after you cancel those complaining words, send out light and love. And this is what you say. I cancel those words. I cancel all the complaints for today. Because what you are doing is breaking down the forms that those words turned into. Words are things. They are not just noise. Words are things. They turn into forms. So when you are complaining about not having enough money, people getting on your nerves, people using you, things being hard, this country being this or that, whatever, you are creating forms that are going out and creating more things for you to complain about. So when you say, I cancel my complaints, you are pulling the legs off of those forms. Say it again, I cancel those complaints. You are breaking the torso of those complaints. Say it again, I cancel all complaints that I made today. You are breaking the head of the complaint. You're breaking down the form that your complaints created. And then out of your mouth, say, I bless this day. I bless my life. I forgive my enemies. I forgive this situation that's happening because it's going to serve me. Come. Yourself out of a nightmare state. That's the part that we're responsible for. You can pray all day long, but if you pray and then you turn around and complain, you just tied the hands of your angels and you lowered your frequency. So everything and everybody that's going to be coming to you is going to be of a lower form. It's going to be something else to complain about. So number one, if you're a complainer, admit that and decide to change. That's the first thing. Decide that you are coming out of the nightmare and you're going to start with stopping complaining. The second thing you're going to do is cancel all complaints. Cancel them. Cancel them. And then just say, I send light and love to the world. I send light and love to the person or the people that are being used to drive me to complain or be offended. I forgive them. It's a decision. It's not a feeling. Once you decide to do that, then your emotions can start receiving healing, receiving love, receiving strength so that you can recover from whatever the offense was, if it was small or large. Those of you that are interested in getting my help to speed up the process of coming out of a nightmare state into a place of stabilization and then into a dream state, I'm giving you an opportunity to join me. Tomorrow is our first round of 72-hour Becoming the Future You challenge. If that's a healthier you, a wealthier you, a happier you, a funner you, a fitter you, a richer you, Becoming Future challenge before the year is out. I have huge goals and I have made some things shake. And I want to assist other people that have a desire to change their lives, to come out of nightmares and to start living in their own dream, to join me. Because when you do things as a group, it increases the momentum. It expands the impact that we are making together. When you do it by yourself, you're still making some traction. It just may take a little longer because of the power of the group, right? There's scientific studies. It's not just biblical. Scientific studies have proven when people do things as a group, there's more impact. There is more fruit. There's bigger outcomes. So I invite you to join me. If you can't join this month, just work on these things that I've been sharing on this channel. And I promise you, by the next month, you will be in position to join me because you will be in a different state, a different space, and you will have more resources if you raise your frequency. Without knowing how, it will come to you. They will come to you. So I hope this was able to help someone. Hey, Risco, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love seeing you kind people joining me here because I had me some trolls. I didn't mean to be rude to them, but we created some names. I shared them in the community if you guys want to see that. I don't want to kind of take any time to say that, but it's good to see some kind people showing up and commenting. It makes our work, right? So I hope you guys, some of you join me. If not, to the material that I'm leaving here, I am considering uploading some workbooks so people can do what they can to improve where they are. If I'm not able to do it now, I'll at least upload something in the community that's going to help you make some progress. All right? You guys have a good night. Peace.